This episode is sponsored by Best Buy. Hey guys, it's Carl. So I've been using my iPhone 15 Pro Max now for close to 2 months. It's been my daily device. I thought I'd do an update to what's on my iPhone. I know a lot of you ask what apps that I'm rocking. So you'll kind of see my home screen here. You'll see it's rocking a custom icon pack that I created a couple years ago. I'll leave a link down below. All the icons work. It's kind of a two-tone look, the obviously black and white with the orange on bottom. And now that you can customize your homepage, I think it makes it pretty unique. The most important thing maybe, if you're rocking a Pro model, make sure you update to iOS 17.1. It improves a lot of the overheating issues with the Pro models, as well as the battery life has gotten way better since I updated. So that's the first thing that you should do. And going on to the second page, this is where the majority of my apps that I've been using kind of live. The first stack is my social media folder. So this is the majority of the time that I spent on my phone, usually through Instagram, Reddit, even X, Twitter for all you old school users, and obviously TikTok. It's an unhealthy amount of time kind of switching between all of them, but I guess that's kind of picking your poison. Moving on to the next one, this is my finance app, or the finance stack, where I manage not only personal finances, but stuff on the channel as well. Wealthsimple is what I use to manage all of my stocks. I know that the stock market has been very unkind in the last couple of years, but it's more around time in the market. Definitely not a financial advisor, so don't take any financial advice from me. I've lost a little bit of money there. So that is my finances stack. Switching on to the first app, which is the Best Buy mobile app. So it's the holiday season right around the corner. This is like your one-stop shop for all things tech. So they have a flash sale section as well as a holiday section, the daily top deal section. So if you're in the market for anything tech related, whether that's video games, you're eyeing to upgrade to a smartphone, they've got deals all throughout the site. As an example, as I scroll down, you can see a couple deals here that are kicking just on the main page. Save $500 on a big screen TV, get $300 gift card when you buy a unlocked OnePlus Open phone. That's just on this page, and once again, you can shop by category. They literally have everything. I know that with Black Friday around the corner, this is probably the spot to go. So make sure you stay posted, and you're always refreshing your app to see what deals are kicking on. So the next app, I actually just came back from a trip from Hawaii. If you are an iPhone user, spend the money, get like a $30 air tag. I stuck them in all my luggage. It's the Find My app. So I have like the worst luck when traveling, like whether it's plane delays. This time around, my luggage got stuck in San Francisco. So I did YYZ Toronto, San Francisco to Maui. My golf bag, along with all my other clothes, was stuck in San Francisco. They were convinced that my bag made it to Maui. Just went to the Find My app. Clearly it was stuck in San Francisco. Didn't have my clothes or golf stuff for 2 days. Thankfully United reimbursed me something, but just keeping an eye on all of your air tags. It's just super vital. Next up, we'll switch to streaming services. So Fubo TV, if you're Canadian, this is where I watch all my Premier League stuff. I'm a big football or soccer fan. I don't think a lot of people know this. I used to play like in Holland. PSV Eindhoven used to play on their academy team for a couple years. So that's a little tidbit around soccer, football that a lot of people don't know. Switching on to the next app is the Premier League app. So I do play a lot of fantasy football, or Fantasy Premier League. We are 10 game weeks in from the point that this video is created. I did create a YouTube league. I'll leave my little code if any of you want to join midway through the season, but huge fan. Speaking of fantasy, also a big F1 fan with the F1 season kind of closing off. It's the Mexican Grand Prix this weekend. So once again, just another fantasy thing that I follow, and also just checking all the news and highlights on F1. My main streaming app that I've been using when I was traveling, I've just been watching Prime Video. I finished off Star Wars on Disney Plus, onto Prime Video for the All or Nothing series. I've been watching the Tottenham Hotspurs one. I know that Man City also has one, so you're kind of picking your poison on the streaming services. On Apple TV Plus, which is what I'll probably rotate to next, I really liked Severance. I know that they're working on season 2. That was probably my favorite show that I watched maybe this year, end of like last year. It was like so good. So good. Switching apps to something called Splitwise. So this is actually great if you are with groups of people, or if you are splitting a bill, no matter what or how simple it is. If you're out for dinner, if you are going on a group trip, if someone is owing you rent. For example, my buddy lives here in the studio. We kind of manage what is spent for hydro, for electricity, for internet, for rent money, and you can kind of divide it evenly. You can create the splitwise group with multiple people, with groups of 2, 3, 4, and at the end of a trip or at the end of a bill, you can settle up and you can kind of see who owes what person money. It's super handy, it's free. There's also a premium version, which I've never had to buy. Going on to my music streaming service, no surprises there, Spotify. I'm a big fan of just listening to some of the pre-made sets that Spotify has to offer. Chill tracks being probably my most played, and I will give Spotify some huge kudos for being, a makeshift DJ. The transitions between songs has gotten a lot better. Switching on to some sports stuff. So I was just out in Maui, like I said. I'm trying to play more golf, even though I suck, but for any of you golfers out there, I used to manage my score. It's the Grint. Because I don't wear a smartwatch or an Apple Watch, the Grint is kind of what I use to track my play. It also updates live via GPS. You can kind of see the distance from the ball placement to the pin. Not that I'm good enough to say shoot like a 125-yard shot, but it gives me my club of choice. You can also see my nasty handicap, 26.7, which is absolutely terrible, but you can add friends, you can see what they shoot, and you can kind of keep track of your golf game if you are into that, and hopefully you're better than me. Switching to the next app, I know a lot of you have asked when I create, what's on my phone videos, or I get a new device, like the OnePlus Open, like the new Pixel device, I usually change the background. So this is the main app that I use. It's called Backdrops. A lot of the wallpapers are free to download. Once again, they have a premium section if you want to check out, but I find that they're super dope, super simple backgrounds that are better than what the stock manufacturers usually have. I will give kudos. I am rocking the stock Apple background right now because it matches the titanium of the phone, but if you kind of go through Backdrops, they've got a ton to choose from, and they look pretty good for being free. The next app, once again, Apple specific. I think it's actually the most used iPhone/Apple app that I have. It's just the simple one called Reminders. I find it so easy to forget things. So when I use Reminders, I just create these little to-do lists. And what's great, they sync across all your devices. So not only on my iPhone, on my Mac, on my iPad. So for example, on my to-do list, we've got this one, Best Buy integration, which is the best apps list. But also I have to do an Audi voiceover. I have to invoice Amazon. And once I'm done that, I can just check off these like to-do lists, and then I know that I've caught up for the day. So it's super simple. And the main reason why I use this, it's just that seamlessness across all Apple devices. It's just kind of easy, so it updates across my MacBook, my iPhone, and my iPad. Simple and free if you're in the Apple ecosystem. So switching off to the next app, some of my friends, especially Kat, my wife, now my wife, not my girlfriend, they always bug me on this. I'm a big Vivino app user. So this is just an app to scan your wine. I like to enjoy a nice bottle of wine when I eat dinner. This gives a ranking for your wine, or you can see what score it got on this app. And it's so easy. You can just take a picture of the barcode, or the label, I should say, on the bottle of wine, and it gives you the score of the wine by other Vivino users. You can see how many people have rated it and the approximate price of the wine. So it's this weird little thing. Obviously, you don't need to get this if you don't drink, but if you are a wine lover, definitely check out Vivino. Next, switching on to an app which has been around forever, like Pinterest has been around for the longest time. I feel like it's making a bit of a resurgence. So I think a lot of you know, currently building a house right now, I use Pinterest or create these Pinterest boards, which I share with both my architect, my builder, and all the people involved in that process, as well as Kat, so we can get ideas of what the aesthetic of the inside as well as the outside of the house should look like. The only sad thing is you see all these really nice things, and then when you realize like the pricing, like house stuff is so expensive, it seems that like all the stuff I like is just the most expensive, but you can dream, you can pin it, you can look at it on Pinterest and hopefully afford it one day. Next off, switching back to smartphones. Like I said, it's Techtober, Tech November right now. So Geekbench 5, it's usually what I use to benchmark all my phones. So I'll run a quick score on the iPhone right now so you can see what the overall score is. It's just a great way if you are really techie to see how your phone does in terms of performance, and if you are someone that likes to compare phones, likes to test them out benchmark wise, this is the spot to go. The next app that I use all the time personally, because I am always traveling, so I always suggest if you are a frequent flyer, stick with a particular airline, use it, or stick within that alliance. So for example, since I'm in Canada, Air Canada is probably the only airline that you can use. Maybe if you live on the West Coast, WestJet is the thing, but because of the frequency, I have to suffer through Air Canada, all the delays, but with this, you get access to obviously your Air Canada account. You collect points, you can get lounge access, and you can hopefully reach a specific tier or status. Switching to some games. So sadly enough, I've got the 15 Pro Max, the fastest phone that Apple makes, and the sad part is I spend my time playing Candy Crush. Like, I've got this weird addiction to a game that has been out like since the advent of iPhones or phones in general. This app or this game has been around forever. I am somehow playing Candy Crush again. Like, how's that even a thing? It is. I need some help. I'm playing a level right now as we're recording this video. Just so many levels, so many candies to crush. Okay, I'm stopping. Did not beat that level. Level 545, if any of you are wondering, it's a Candy Crush addiction. The next game, which obviously tests this phone a lot better, so it's FC Mobile. They've changed the name from FIFA, FC Football Club. It's okay, I don't play it as much as Candy Crush, but since I am a big football fan, it's nice to see that next gen, I'll say like next gen gaming, mobile gaming has come such a far way. This is like playing back on, I'd say like even like the Xbox 360, Xbox One, like the graphics on mobile gaming has gotten so good. A soccer mobile game is something that I like to play. I can actually pretend Man United is like half decent, even though we just lost to Man City today 3-0, but it is what it is. And the last app that I actually just had downloaded at that Snapdragon event that I was at is this Cvent app. It essentially just gave me a map and my entire itinerary to the entire conference, specific to that, but I'm sure I'll use that maybe for CES in the new year. And that, as I end this recording, is the best apps that I'm rocking currently on my iPhone. So let me know if there's any apps that I'm missing. Best of luck shopping wise in the holiday season. Make sure you check out what's going on Best Buy. Hopefully you snag a sweet tech deal, and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next vids. Peace.